We also do what we call outreach services, and those are people that are already living in the community, either in their parents' home or on their own, and then we just help them with whatever supports they are requesting from us. So that might be helping them with budgeting, grocery shopping, attending medical appointments, things like that.
This episode of Bring Back the Porch brought to you by Bernie Leahy, River Street Realty. Let's get you home.
Welcome to the porch. My guest today is Debbie Shaw from the Core Association. I'm so glad you could join us today.
Well, thanks.
Could you tell me a little bit about the Core Association, how long it's been in Medicine Hat and what it does?
Sure. CORE has been around for many years. We've had several name changes. So it originally started back in the 50s with a group of parents, and at that time it was the Association for Retarded Children. So obviously disability supports have evolved over the years. So CORE is now called Core Association, which stands for Clients Ongoing Rehabilitation and Equality. Prefer to just go by CORE because it's much easier to say. But so it's been around for 71 years, started by a group of parents, like I said. We have about 6 homes in the community where we provide services to people with developmental disabilities to live independently in their community. We have a community services program where we help people to gain meaningful employment, volunteer in the community, access recreational resources that are there. Within that program, we have an art program, and we have a self-advocacy group. We have a program called Core Kids on the Block, which is a puppet troupe. And so puppeteers are people with disabilities, and they take the puppets out into the community, to the schools and parks, and deliver scripts that are based around disability awareness. We also do what we call outreach services, and those are people that are already living in the community, either in their parents' home or on their own, and then we just help them with whatever supports they are requesting from us. So that might be helping them with budgeting, grocery shopping, attending medical appointments, things like that. So we have a wide range of services that we do. In order to receive services from CORE, though, you have to be eligible for supports through the government, through the Disability Services Ministry. And then they will send out a list of people that are looking for services, and then if we feel like we can provide those services, then we put in an expression of interest to be the organization to do that for them. So that's the process that's occurring right now. That's a new process with the government that we have right now. But typically we are serving about 100 people on average, give or take a few, and we have about 200 employees.
What is the age range of the people that you help?
So right now you have to be an adult, so it's 18 plus, and sometimes we do start with people who are 17 going into 18, where they're transitioning from children's services or transitioning coming out of high school. So we have done people that are, I shouldn't say done, but we've supported people that are 17, just about 18.
And what would be the older end?
Oh, goodness.
Do you have any that are 70?
We have some that are 90. So people with disabilities are living a lot longer than they used to. That's just thanks to the resources that are available, medical technology. So, part of our community living program is always recognizing how do we provide housing that's affordable and allows them to live in place as they age. So what we're working on right now, the board has decided to have a strategic plan that's really based around wheelchair accessible housing, so that the homes that we do own will be able to provide supports to people there. They won't have to move because they age. The homes that we have currently are not custom built, other than 2 of the homes we have. And so stairs becomes an issue as people age. It can also be an issue if somebody breaks a leg, which is, I'd be in the same boat if I broke a leg at home. I live in a 2-story house. So we don't often think of those things where, the stairs can really be a barrier for people to stay where they're at. And we don't want to move people around. This is, their home, and we want them to stay there for as long as they want to be there.
So your clients, these homes that they live in, are they living supervised? Are they living independently with sort of like a group home kind of situation? When we talk about them being independent, is it 100% independent, or is it based on their level of need?
It really does vary, and the supports that we receive from the government are based on what their support needs are. So, for example, if there's 4 people that are living in a home that we own, each one of them will have their own support needs. And so the staffing is kind of combined so that we have the staffing that we need. In most cases, we have a staff overnight, either sleeping and available to assist if needed, or in some cases we have somebody who is awake simply because of the support needs of the people that live there. So
I bet you that's a huge relief to families that have people that need things, but as parents get older and maybe they're not able to provide it for them, that the Core Association is there to kind of pick up for them.
Absolutely, and I think the other piece to that is just that opportunity for people to experience life as anybody else would, and to be able to be as independent as possible. Not only a relief for the family, but for the individual to just experience a normal life.
When you're out in the community and you're representing CORE, what is Medicine Hat saying to you about your clients and the work that you're doing? Do you get a lot of feedback from the person on the street when you say, "Oh, I work at CORE Association"?
I think for the most part, we've always had really great community support. We have businesses that we've partnered with, lots of agencies that have provided either volunteer placements or employment placements for some of the individuals we serve. So the feedback has always been really positive. Unfortunately, once in a while something goes south and we may have a bad experience, but we always work with the family, take that as a learning opportunity and try to improve our services. So
you're still human. They're
Absolutely.
Still human. We're all still human.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that there are some activities that are going on at Core Association that people might want to know about, that they could participate in. I know that you've got a certain show coming up fairly soon here. Could you tell me about it?
Yeah, so in November, on the 21st and the 22nd, we have Emmanuel Lights of Lethbridge coming. It's a youth performing troupe, and we're partnering with the chaplain from the Medicine Hat College. We're doing both performances as a fundraiser for our programs and services. So Emmanuel Lights is blacklight theater, so it's pretty unique. I've just seen clips of their performances, and I've met with the leaders of the program. They're wonderful people, and they're really excited to come. We're excited to have them, and we'll be selling tickets on Eventbrite probably within the next couple of weeks. So,
and I understand that there's an opportunity for people to experience CORE 365 days a week starting next year.
Yes, we have a cash calendar that we're doing as a fundraiser. So with the program that we have for our step-by-step art program, we also have a photography club where the individuals just go about the community, snapshot, whatever appeals to them. So we have combined 12 pictures from the photographers and the artists to make a calendar for 2026. And so right now we're looking for advertisers. There's going to be a banner ad at the bottom of each month. That's $500 advertising spot. And then there's 2 smaller corner spots on each month. So we'll have a 500 draw every month. And then the smaller ads will be combined to have 2 larger draws, one at Easter and one at Christmas time. And this year's our first year doing it. We're really excited about it. So we're only printing 1,000 calendars this year with the hopes that we sell every one, and then next year maybe more. So the odds of winning are actually pretty good.
That does sound pretty good. Mm-hmm. And everybody needs more money at Christmas.
Exactly.
And let's face it, Easter, it's tax time, and that a few extra dollars wouldn't hurt either.
Right.
We have this opportunity to connect at this little neighborly porch. I want to ask you about your work and how it's changed from when you first got into work, this kind of work to now. What are you seeing as being like the changes that are happening within the disability community and awareness with the public, and are you seeing it getting easier for these people to live in our community? Is it the same? Is it status quo? Or are you finding that through your education with the public, people are more understanding of people with different needs than their own?
I think for the most part, things have definitely evolved where the greater community is far more accepting than they used to be. That's really because of the work that the disability sector has done over the years. I attended a program at Medicine Hat College in 1987, and at that time you had to have some kind of formal education to work in this field. Unfortunately, the wages that are paid really are not sufficient to even pay off your tuition. So I know that sounds really bleak, but the programs that were in the colleges across the province over time, there just wasn't the enrollment, and so they've kind of disappeared. So finding skilled staff now who have experience in the field and know how to teach people, how to empower them, how to help them be independent, that's something that we find we have to invest the training for the staff that we do hire, because they're typically staff who just have a passion, and so we just need the passion, and then we provide them with the training.
Could you give me a success story from CORE, somebody that maybe was not doing so well and is now thriving?
There's a lot of success stories, so I think the only one that I really would be comfortable sharing is a personal one for me, and that would be my niece, who, when she graduated from George P. Vanier School, she started at the Community Access Program. At the time, I was the manager of that program, and we started an employment supports program. And so she was actually she was the first person where we actually found a job for her in the community. And so she's been working at Taco Time for over 20 years. So, the fact that they've embraced her in that environment, she loves going to work. She never misses unless she absolutely is sick. It was difficult for her when COVID was going around because she wasn't able to work. So I think she is a success story for me simply because of being that first person that we found meaningful employment for, and it's only grown since then.
I would imagine having that experience, not only are you dealing with the people in the community, but you're also creating a sort of a secondary group of people that you work with that now are getting to know you as just yourself and not your disability, right? You're showing up for work.
And that's our goal. And, in reality, we should be working ourselves out of a job so that support organizations don't have to exist, that the community just embraces people and lifts them up.
Well, Debbie, I applaud you for your work.
Thank you.
I hope that this little visit to the porch really sells some calendars, and next year you have twice as many to sell.
I hope so too.
Thank you.
Thanks.